morning, guys. Today I'm going to go over something that I need to cover with my bow. I've been getting it ready for the upcoming deer season, and one of the things now that I really need to do is make some string silencers, because there's no silencers on this string, there's no dampening, and this thing is really loud. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make some out of some paracord. As you can see, I've got plenty of paracord. I made myself a wrist sling for the bow. Paracord, and I like this pattern so much I went ahead and made myself a bracelet. So I've got plenty of paracord. It's not very expensive, and I'll go ahead and show you how I'm going to make these string silencers. Okay guys, right here all I've got is just simply a couple strands of paracord. I've cut them at 2.5 inches. Now the length is not important. Of course, you know, I just looked at the bow and decided I wanted it to be about 2.5. So each side of the string, you know, that's your bowstring. You know, the strands will be, you know, 1.25 inches on each side when I center it on the string. So I wanted mine to be a ball about 2.5 inches. So you just cut myself. What I'm going to do is do 8 strands per silencer. This will be like a puffball pom-pom type silencer. First thing you need to do, guys, is just cut out 2.5 pieces, or whatever length you want. If you want to make them 2 inches, I wouldn't go any smaller than 2 inches, but cut your strands. Then secondly, once you've done that, you'll just remove the cores out of the sleeves like so. You take the strands and you pull them out like so, and you're left with just the like a tube. It's if you can see that, it's just the woven outer tube. After that, you'll just take each one and you'll just puff it down. You don't really have to do this. It helps it get started. As you can see, I'm just tapping on it and it's starting to fray. What happens is all this is going to eventually, as you start to shoot, unravel, and it'll unravel to the point where it's tied on your string, and then you'll just have big fluffy balls, kind of like these two. I've already started these, so I'll just go ahead and get all these ready. I've got 8 of them already pulled out, and I'll just fray the ends of them, then I can be ready to tie them on the string. Okay, as you can see, I've got 16 strands of paracord, 8 per side, and I've went ahead and frayed all the ends of them. I'm ready to go ahead and tie them on my strings now. This is the heart. Okay, hopefully you guys can see this pretty well. This is after those few shots I just took, and you can see how much it's starting to unravel. And of course, it's still got a little bit to go to where it gets to the tie, but it will eventually get all the way down to this white thread. And this, what this is the inner strand of the paracord, just one strand. And I use that to tie my strands together. And you can see I've just took a few shots here, not even 10 shots, and it's really becoming unraveled. And what I've done here is about 5 inches from this end of the string down is where I put my first one on. I haven't done the second one yet. Just want to show you the first one I did and how it's starting to look. I mean, it's really becoming unraveled. A few more shots, guys, and it'll be all the way down to that tie right there. And what I basically did, I'll try to show you that here in a second, is I just put 4 strands under the string centered, the other 4 strands on top of the string centered, and then just overhand knot tied tight. And you actually take a pair of pliers and really pull this tight, get another knot tight. I probably did 4 or 5 knots above and below the string. Then I burned the ends of the string. Once I cut them off, I burned them down. Careful not to get your string, you know, in the mix there, but I burned them down and melted them so they'll stay. It kind of starting. The first one I did, it moved all the way down to my D loop, but I tied it again. It seems to be staying. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other one and take some shots, but I guess I'll try to show you guys how I did that one in case you have any questions. Okay, the first thing I did, of course, is I just measured down about 5 inches from the end of my string. Got my spot right here picked out. Basically, I'll just lay that across my spot there. Now, take your strands and you'll want to just, what I did is overlap each piece. I did 4 for the bottom and then 4 for the top. Okay, kind of center it up a little bit best you can. Get them straight there. You see that? Get them straight there. Overstacking each other. Got them under my string. Like so. And then I did the same thing on top. 4 pieces. Again. Try to stack them up. And then and don't worry about getting it off the 5-inch mark right now, because once you start to tie, you can see this is coming out. You can move it, and the tying is pretty tedious. I mean, it's, you know, I'm doing on this one hand, of course. Obviously, go back under here. We do a simple overhand knot, and get it under the strands, and bring this piece up through. A bow vise would be ideal for this. Absolutely ideal. As you can see me struggling quite bad. And then back through this piece. Hold that there. And then tighten that down. You get the idea. I'm going to go ahead and tighten this down and probably get my pair of pliers on that, so, and do a couple more wraps. But what I'll do here is, of course, I did not set my pliers down beside me. Get this really tight and pull this. I'm going to go under this and do one on the other side now. Like I said, it just slid. It's no big deal. Try to keep it down with my finger there. Make me an overhand knot. I want to go get my pliers and pull this really, really, really tight, because this stuff will slip. Really tight. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now pull that really tight. Then I'm gonna go back on the other side and do a knot. Just keep doing that about 4 or 5 times. A couple knots. And then I'm gonna cut the tag ends and I'm gonna melt them down. That right there is where I need it. Cut them back about 1/4 inch. And the string, see, the string is way down here on this bottom side, so I'm going to burn up here on the top and it's going to be okay. I'm going to melt these down. That breeze coming in here. I'll wait on that breeze to quit. I'm going to melt these down. Like I said, that breeze is there you go on that one. Be careful doing that, it is hot. It'll burn itself and you just get to a point when you stop it. So don't go too far. You can see now I just tied this one on. You can see that it's just only the ravel is where I did it with my finger before I tied them on. And compare that to the other side up here. I took a few shots already. As you can see, this is starting to unravel quite a bit. So actually starting to look like a silencer. See that one? It's a big difference. So after a few shots, that one will start to look like this one. But looks is not what we're going after. What we're looking for is performance. Something to dampen the string down quite a bit and quieten up. Like I said, that's not even 10 shots on this one right here. So. Well, guys, hope you enjoyed this. Hope it helps you out. Very easy way to make some string silencers if you have paracord. As you can see, I've got, made my wrist string, made my bracelets. I've got lots of paracord. It's not very expensive. 550 paracord. I think this is 5 or 7 strand. Works very well. Also do my own D-loop, but give it a shot. Now, a lot of people, and if you're very familiar with, you've seen how they probably insert the strands between the string, and I've done that before. I don't like it. I like if you see the old school traditional rubber silencers that kind of look like jig skirt bands, they go tied over top of the string. And I've seen even people that do that, the rubber skirting, will tie them over top of the string like this, and they'll use the Dacron B50 or whatever, the serving string over top of that. So what I did is incorporate this. I'm not seeing anybody else do this. I'm not saying anybody doesn't. I've just never seen it. I just got the idea from the way they do the old school silencers. So I combined it. So what I did is to do the paracord, cut 2.5 inch pieces, 4 below the string, 4 on top of the string, and I tie it several times, knotted above and below the string with the paracord strand, and then melt it down the tag ends. So it works pretty well for me. So I'm going to show it to you guys. Like I said, that one's just frayed a little bit. That's not even 10 shots. It's got more. It'll fluff out to a big pom-pom, quieten the string down. That's the important thing. Just did that one. As you can tell, quite a difference. Got some more shooting to do. Can't practice enough. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope it helps you out. Until next time, see you later.